from T-Mobile to just on BET Ruthless? Like, how did the Ruthless thing come up?
I'll tell you. What I will
Wait,
say.
what's your character name on there again? Is it what's the name?
Tally.
There you go, Tally. There you go. How did you become Tally all of a sudden?
Tally. So what I will say is this: I definitely feel like it rolled from there, from booking to ET. So I worked at T-Mobile for 15 years. I don't think people realize that, like off and on, because when I left for school, for grad school in USC, University of South Carolina, I quit. But then my mom was the one who was like, baby, just ask me for your job every summer. I was like, Mom, they're not gonna hire me seasonally. Sure enough, they were like, oh, we don't have to train you and you got customers over here?
Right.
Oh, come back every summer.
Let's do it. Right.
So that's what I was doing. And then I stayed for 2 years after I graduated. And then I really felt like, okay, I feel like I can leave and work with my husband full time. And a month after I finally quit the second time, I was in Atlanta because I had booked Bobby Brown's story.
Oh, you was damn! I think I saw the Bobby Brown story. I can't remember.
Okay, it's all right because I still have people who are like, "Wait, you played Robin Crawford, like Whitney's Robin Crawford?" I'm like, "Yeah, that was me."
Oh shit! Oh man, I'm about to go back and watch that. That's crazy.
Look it up. So that was confirmation for me, like, okay, you're headed in the right direction. So I'm all right. So then I just was driving Uber for 2 years to supplement our business because our business is doing well, but I mean, it's LA, it's expensive out here.
Yes.
You know, and so for 2 years I was just off and on driving Uber the whole time and Lyft. And then I got a call back. I had like I just talked about it on Clubhouse.
I gotta follow you on Clubhouse too.
Yeah, find me on Clubhouse. So I think all along the journey, there were breakdowns. There were moments that I was like, nope, I'm done. This is taking too long. You know, I've been in the game for like, by that time, like 8 years, if you include my school, you know,
right.
It was just really taxing. And I had a big breakdown. I didn't want to talk to God. I was like, God, don't talk to me in the car. Right. Don't talk to me right now. I'm so mad. Right. And I drove and sat in this field because we're in the Valley area. I just thought about things that I was gonna I was like, I'm gonna go back to school because I need to make money and I don't like feeling like, you know, I have no control over everything. And then that night I got my residual check after 1 year from Bobby Brown. So there came money all at once, a big check.
It was a big one?
It was big.
Okay. Gotcha.
And so that like happened at 3 a.m. that night, 3 a.m. My husband woke me up like, hey, we got a big amount of money in the account. I was like, is it a bill? Is it a bill? I'm freaking out. He's like, nah, it's a deposit.
Right, it's a deposit. It's for us to pay the bills. Right.
Troy, when I tell you, we're looking at the phone 3 a.m. Comes in, an email comes in from my agent saying, Yvonne, you have a call back in Atlanta for Tyler Perry's sisters, right?
3 a.m.
3 a.m.
Damn.
I was like 4 a.m. because of the time difference. But yeah, right. Like early. And so I was like, oh, I got the money to pay for it. Nah, Tyler Perry, he does first class for all his callbacks. He flew us first class for a callback.
For a callback.
That means you're not even booked yet. Like you just might get.
You just auditioning, right? He just wanted to see what you got.
Yep.
Oh,
and that happened that night. And I did not get sisters, obviously. But I did, it was funny because I was on the plane going back and I was watching Robin Hood with Jamie Foxx and the other actor. And they're supposed to blow up this castle, but they mess up. Oh no, they're supposed to get the gold from the castle, but they mess up and they blow it up instead, right? And so Robin Hood's super pissed off. And I was watching this on the plane back, right? Callback. And Robin Hood is super pissed off, but Jamie Foxx is like super excited, right? And he's like, man, why are you so excited? Like, we didn't get the gold, right? And he's like, but now they know our name. And I felt like in my heart, I felt like in my spirit, that was for me. It was like, because I didn't book it. I didn't book it. 2 weeks passed. I didn't even get I didn't get any kind of notification. People I knew were already shooting it.
Right.
So
Okay.
it's harder to watch social media and people are like, hey, I'm on set, like I'm filming, you know.
Right.
So it was tough those 2 weeks. But I did keep that in my heart, like he knows my name, right?
Right.
Like Tyler saw me in person. I did a great job, I believed, and we'll just move forward. So then 2 weeks pass. I see people filming, Sisters, The Oval, things are moving along, and that's when I
Right.
got an audition for Tally for The Oval,
And
and
that's.
that was just supposed to be a recurring role for 8 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
It's still bigger than I'd ever done. Like all I had before that was one episode co-stars of just like one page of dialogue. You know?
Okay.
And now here comes 8 days of work. And I was blown away. I go out there, I film it, it goes really well. I give Mr. Perry a thank you card because I'm big on thank you cards.
Okay.
And I say, thank you, it's my last day on set. He's like, oh, yeah. It's your last day today, but it won't be your last time here. We're going to bring you back.
Oh, I know that was a feeling right there.
And I was like,
Ooh, what you mean?
I know, I was like, what you, but obviously he just keeps rolling. So you're just like, thank you.
And he just said it like that, just that simple.
He just said it, right? And so for me, I was like, okay, that means I did a great job. He's gonna bring it back someday.
Right.
Like maybe a month later, maybe 2 months later, I think, I have eight scripts, 8 episodes with my name on it, just emailed to me.
Dang.
And then it turns out he had already been planning this series, Ruthless, and had our characters in mind and put me and Melissa, who's the lead, Ruth, into the entire series that he just wrote with our characters, just like that. So I didn't have to audition for the series regular.
So that's true when they say, when you go in that room and you audition, you're not really just auditioning for that role.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You
auditioning for whatever, a plethora of things that they may have that come in the future.
Yep. Especially with Tyler Perry, because the man does not forget. He does not forget. I've heard stories on the way over there. Someone said, oh yeah, he met my friend at a party, said, you have a really good look. Give me your information. I'm gonna come up with a role for you. A year later, he hits her up. I have your role. Here it is.
Tyler Perry, a genius.
He's a genius. He just writes like a fiend. He just writes series after series after series, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So it was just such a blessing. And then, you know, here comes COVID. And except for Mr. Perry. He's the only one who figured it out for Georgia. He talked to the mayor, talked to all the medical professionals, figured it all out. So his people, because you know it affected the Black community worse than other communities. And so he really took it seriously and was the only one in Hollywood working.
Oh wow, that Tyler Perry, you got to give a man his props. You saw the studio in person, right? You work at the studio.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Is it really that crazy?
Kingdom. It's a kingdom. It's just massive and trees on trees on trees and studios for miles. And then he put in all the housing to house the people in the bubble.
Okay.
So all the staff, all the crew, everybody gets tested in. They stay there, and then they just get tested every 3 days, the whole time you're filming.
Oh, that's pretty dope.
Everybody stays there.
You filming? You're not filming at the moment, are you?
No, Tyler films a whole series in 2.
Wait a minute. What? How you film a whole series in 2 weeks?
Yep, a whole series in 2 weeks.
So you don't get no days off.
No days off. 0 days off. No days off.
How many episodes?
We did like more than 24 this season. Yep. The thing that people don't realize is like he comes from theater, and so I feel like that's why he works the way he does. It's like you're in a play because you only do it once. You don't pick it up and do it over and over and over again all day. You do the scene, you go in, you handle your business, you're out, you're on to the next scene. So yeah, that's how he works. So you literally will have a day of like 30 scenes back to back, and you just like go. So that grad school that undergrad, like that was key because that's where I learned how to like memorize a whole play where I'm on stage the entire time and I have the whole play memorized so that I can just keep going, going, going. It's pretty much the same thing on a Tyler Perry set. You know, I memorize everything. I memorize all my episodes as if it's a play ahead of time.
Understood.
And then I go through it. And there's somebody there to call line if you need it. You know, it's like the end of the world, but don't be doing it every time.
You got to know your lines.
You got to know your lines.